Why does it feel like no matter how hard you work, you're always broke before your next paycheck? You cut back on coffee, try different budgeting apps, even attempt to track every penny, but somehow the money just disappears. And let's be real, most budgeting advice out there is either unrealistic or way too complicated to follow long-term. The truth is, most people fail at budgeting because they follow systems that are designed to make them feel guilty rather than actually work. They try to force themselves into restrictive plans that don't match their lifestyle, making it impossible to stick to. Well, in this video, I'm going to reveal a budgeting method that actually works, even if you failed before. A simple, realistic approach that will help you break free from the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle without feeling miserable. So if you're tired of watching your hard-earned money slip through your fingers, stay with me, because this is going to change everything. Let's get into it. Chapter 1. Why most people live paycheck to paycheck. Let's get real for a second. Living paycheck to paycheck isn't just about not making enough money, it's about how we spend it. Just take 1 minute pause and think about it. Do you really need that third streaming service you haven't used in months? Or that impulse buy at 2 a.m. because Amazon said, "Hey, you might also like this random thing you'll never use?" The truth is, most of us are guilty of overspending, not tracking where our money goes and pretending that emergencies only happen to other people. Spoiler alert, they don't. And without a plan, we're just one flat tire away from financial chaos. But it's not just about the little things. It's also about the big picture. Many people don't have a budget, so they have no idea where their money is going. They might earn a decent salary, but if they're spending it all on takeout, subscriptions they forgot about, or that gym membership they haven't used since January, it's no wonder they're broke by payday. And let's not forget the lack of an emergency fund. Life is full of surprises, car repairs, medical bills, or even a sudden job loss. Without savings, these surprises turn into full-blown financial disasters. The bottom line? It's not just about earning more, it's about managing what you have better. And that starts with understanding where your money is going and making a plan to keep it from slipping through your fingers. Chapter 2. The basics of budgeting. Where to start? Alright, let's talk about budgeting. Budgeting isn't about depriving yourself, it's about making your money work for you. Think of it like a GPS for your finances. Without it, you're just driving around aimlessly, hoping you'll eventually get where you want to go. So, where do you start? First, you need to understand your income and expenses. How much money is coming in and where is it going? Once you've got that down, it's time to pick a budgeting method that works for you. One popular option is the 50-30-20 rule. Here's how it works. 50% of your income goes toward needs, things like rent, utilities, and groceries. 30% goes to wants, your Netflix subscription, dining out, or that cute pair of shoes you've been eyeing. The remaining 20% is for savings and debt repayment. This method is great because it's simple and flexible, giving you room to enjoy life while still being responsible. Another approach is zero-based budgeting. With this method, every single dollar you earn has a job. At the end of the month, your income minus your expenses should equal zero. That doesn't mean you spend it all. It just means every dollar is accounted for, whether it's going toward bills, savings, or even a little fun money. It's like giving your money a to-do list. The key is to track your spending. Use a notebook, a spreadsheet, or a budgeting app like Mint or YNAB. The goal is to see where your money is going so you can make smarter choices. Budgeting isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your financial confidence grow. Chapter 3. How to create your first budget, step by step. Alright, let's break this down step by step so you can create your first budget without feeling overwhelmed. Step 1. Calculate your income. Start by writing down your total monthly income. This includes your salary, side hustles, or any other cash coming in. If your income varies, use an average of the last 3 months. Step 2. List all your expenses. And I mean all of them. Rent, groceries, Netflix, that gym membership you haven't used since January, everything. Write them all down and add up the total. Step 3. Categorize these expenses on the basis of needs, wants, and savings. Needs are things like rent, utilities, and groceries. Wants are the fun stuff, eating out, shopping, and entertainment. Savings? That's your future self's best friend. Step 4. Subtract your expenses from your income. If you're in the negative, don't panic. This is where you adjust. Cut back on some wants or find ways to reduce your needs. The goal is to get your income minus expenses to equal zero. That's zero-based budgeting in action. And to make this even easier, I've created a free downloadable Excel template with all the calculations built in. Just plug in your numbers and it'll do the math for you. You'll find the link in the description below. Chapter 4. Tips to stick to your budget and avoid overspending. Alright, so you've created your budget. Congrats! But, let's be honest, sticking to it is where the real challenge begins. Here's the good news. It's totally doable with a few smart strategies. First, set specific financial goals. Want to save for a dream vacation? Pay off a credit card? Write it down and keep it visible. Having a clear why makes it easier to say no to that impulse buy. Every time you're tempted to overspend, remind yourself of that goal. It's way easier to skip that $5 latte when you're picturing yourself sipping a pina colada on a beach. Next, try the cash envelope system. Allocate a set amount of cash for categories like groceries, dining out, or entertainment. When the cash is gone, it's gone. There's something about physically handing over money that makes you think twice before spending. Another game changer? Automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers to your savings account right after payday. Out of sight, out of mind, and suddenly you're building wealth without even trying. Finally, give yourself some grace. Life happens, and unexpected expenses will pop up. Build a little flexibility into your budget for those oops moments. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about making progress. Small wins add up, and before you know it, you'll be a budgeting pro. Chapter 5. How to break the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle for good. Alright, let's talk about the ultimate goal. Breaking free from the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle for good. The first step? Building an emergency fund. I know, it sounds like something only rich people do, but hear me out. Start small. Aim for $500, then gradually work your way up to 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. This fund is your financial safety net. Imagine not having to panic when your car breaks down or when you get hit with an unexpected medical bill. Sounds amazing, right? Next, tackle your debt. Focus on paying off high-interest debt first. Credit cards, payday loans, anything that's eating up your income with interest. Once that's under control, channel the money you were spending on debt payments into savings. It's like giving yourself a raise. Finally, automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers to your savings account every payday. Out of sight, out of mind, and before you know it, you'll have a nice little nest egg. The key here is consistency. Small, consistent actions add up over time. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to start. And remember, breaking this cycle isn't just about money, it's about peace of mind, freedom, and finally living life on your terms. So, here is all things about basic budgeting. Let's recap all things. Budgeting isn't about restriction, it's about freedom. Freedom to spend on what matters, freedom to save for your dreams, and freedom to stop stressing about money. Remember, small steps today lead to big changes tomorrow. So what's the first thing you're going to do to take control of your finances? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more tips, and share this with someone who needs a little financial motivation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.